Welcome to Your Future, Your Way, where we explore the many ways to reach your academic and professional goals. Whether you are a recent grad, considering career advancement, or even changing careers, this podcast is for you. There is more than one way to do higher education. This is Your Future, Your Way.
Before we start, we want you to know that the views, information, or opinions expressed in this podcast do not reflect the views of the Division of Continuing Studies, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, or the Board of Regents.
Hi, my name is Anna Danucci, and I'm an enrollment coach at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. In today's episode, we are thrilled to welcome back Landon, an educator and data analyst. Landon first joined us for a podcast episode back in 2021 while pursuing his master's in educational psychology, learning analytics at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, an online program in the top-ranked school of education. Back then, he shared details about his journey from classroom teaching to exploring the intersection of education and data. Today, we're excited to catch up with Landon and learn about what he has been up to since graduating from his master's program. Let's start by revisiting moments from our original conversation, where Landon reflected on his international teaching experience in Warsaw, Poland, and how his desire to leverage data to drive educational change led him to a master's program at UW-Madison.
I'm a high school teacher. I live abroad, and so I am working full-time during my regular teaching hours in Warsaw, Poland, where I live, because I work at an international university prep level school. So I've been in and around education essentially my entire career. So my goals are to stay in education just at a higher level than being a classroom teacher. I started looking for opportunities again to build my resume with maybe some various hard skills, and I knew I had this interest in like applying kind of data science to education and finding programs that existed for that, and a lot are PhD focused. And as much as that interests me, I don't think I'm there. I don't think it's really what I want to do from a research perspective. So I was just doing basically my own homework and seeing what articles were published and everything. And so I had considered doing smaller like certificate programs just to boost my resume a little bit and see if I could gain some other hard skills that might lead me to a particular path. I just felt like I needed a higher degree. And eventually I came across the program that I'm in now, which is the Master's of Learning Analytics. Is actually a field I had kind of researched on my own over the years, thinking that I have this math teaching background, and I always have loved working with numbers and have thought about how numbers can be used to benefit the education landscape. So then coming to UW-Madison, it's actually been very helpful in that this program is online. I really couldn't do it another way. And so that helped, I think, make my decision easier on whether or not to do a program at all at this point in my life and in my career. Given my current living situation, I would not be able to do an in-person program, nor would I want to, I think, like in another country right now. So this has been stars aligned for me with with ending up in another country and also being able to do a second master's for me that I feel would really be worthwhile when it's all said and done. And I'm able to complete this program because it's built for working adults. So one, that was key for me, that I didn't have to fully commit all of my time to the program. And two, it's designed asynchronously. So there are specific deadlines, but I can work on assignments, in between deadlines, however it best fits my schedule. So I've been really lucky and very happy with what the learning analytics program looks like right now, given that it is the online nature, and works to support working adults.
This episode of Your Future, Your Way comes from UW-Madison Professional Programs, offering over 90 graduate level programs, including online and evening and weekend options for working adults. For more details, visit us at go.wisc.edu/pro.
It is great to revisit our interview with Landon, who was a guest on our very first podcast episode. We caught up with him recently to see how his journey has evolved since we last spoke.
Hi, I'm Landon Basham, and I currently live and work in Warsaw, Poland. I'm a math teacher at an international high school here, and that was the role that I had during this program as well. The online benefits of the program allowed me to be a full-time math teacher, 7 hours away, and continue in this program. And since graduating, I have uh, been promoted to head of year nine. My school does like 5 years in the high school, the U.S. equivalent of like eighth grade to 12th grade, and so I'm kind of the leader of our youngest cohort, and I'm also a data analyst now for the school, thanks to this program. So I continued my math teaching role full time, and just have a few extra responsibilities as well, to juggle along the traditional classes. During the last semester of our program, I was thinking about the following school year for my job, and wanted to obviously leverage what I was learning from the LAMP program, and offer something more to the school. I mean, I think it's kind of the whole reason of doing the program in the first place, just from the development side for myself, personally and professionally. I Yeah, like literally knocked on the door of my director, like scheduled a meeting to talk about uh, kind of my program wrapping up, and how that might offer something new for the school, or if they had ever considered something in a data analyst type role. Um, and thankfully they had it was something that they had considered in the past, and something that my headmaster, as it were, had projects in mind prior to COVID pandemic. She was happy that I was like taking the initiative to offer this, because it was something that she maybe wasn't like thinking about immediately, but was glad that someone else was. So it was just kind of like a blending of both of our needs and interests at the time. And so yes, I mean they were willing to kind of uh, take a chance, and see what this could look like in a more formal position, because I think a lot of educators, and administrators work with data in different ways. They just don't think of it that way, or it's not as formalized, and I wanted to make it so. Um, I think again for my own professional development, but also to support the school in a way that maybe they weren't thinking about in the past. So in some ways, I think I'm noticing more data work being done around the school, and then some like more projects like being brought to me because we have this person with this title now, and so they they want to know more information, and now there's like a specific person to go to attempt to support that. So some of the data analyst things that I'm working on, uh, something like any kind of K-12 teacher be familiar with, like using data in their classroom to work with like formative assessments or summative assessments to change the teaching or curriculum of what your students are seeing, to more school-wide requests from sort of like attendance behaviors to exam records over time, and see how our school has progressed, because we're relatively young. We've been around for about 7 years, and so just kind of curious to see how we've been growing over the years, and so trying to support the school in that way. I have a lot of support, and so just having a lot of thought partners and what the school can use to continue to improve.
Thanks for the update, Landon. Congrats on graduating with your Master's of Science in Educational Psychology Learning Analytics. It is exciting to hear how you took the initiative to expand your position beyond teaching after seeing the need for a data analyst at your school. We wish you the best of luck with your continued career growth and success. To wrap up, we know the decision to go back to school is a big one. You have to think about your current professional commitments, the needs of your family, and the specific skills or knowledge that you want to gain. Our goal is to provide you with the information you need to find and apply to a program that fits your needs. We are here to assist you every step of the way. Please feel free to reach out to coach@pdc.wisc.edu, and one of our enrollment coaches will be in touch. We can answer questions about your program of interest, application materials, and we can guide you to resources specific to international students and more. Have a great day, and on Wisconsin!
Join us next time to learn more about professional programs at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Learn how to shape your future your way.